I requested a court of inquiry when I learned that a lot of money was missing from the victim's restitution fund that was controlled by the DA's office because I believed that I had a duty to do so. At the time, I was the district judge who was supervising the auditor's office, and the auditor had apprised me of these problems. I was profoundly surprised by what I learned. It turns out, and what we've learned after the fact, is monies have been stolen from the DA's Victim Restitution Fund going back to the early 1980s. And this has been going on for about 20 years. In fact, even 4.5 years later, the county auditor is still trying to track down victims to whom is owed the money. These people were victimized twice. These businesses were victimized twice. And in many instances, they do not even know it. They were victimized the first time when a person stole from them or somehow harmed them or damaged their property. And then later, when the defendant was put on some kind of probation or required to pay restitution and did pay the restitution, it was stolen from the very people to whom it was entrusted, and that is the district attorney's office. And these victims didn't even know that the money that had been paid for their benefit had been stolen right out from under the DA's nose. This was a case of gross fiscal mismanagement. And I requested the court of inquiry because I believe that we needed independence in the investigation, and Mr. Turner was too closely involved with how the investigation was going and who was involved in it. He pulled his former secretary out of retirement to audit the accounts. He dragged his feet in asking for independent outside help, and in fact it wasn't until almost 2 years after it was discovered that he formally recused himself from the prosecution of Queen Walker.